The Singaporeans running businesses in tourism-reliant Cambodia suffered reversals in their fortunes during the COVID-19 pandemic. Ahead of National Day, Leong Wai-kit finds out how the bonds with their countrymen helped them weather that storm.
39-year-old Abraham Poe wanted to make inroads in Cambodia by giving locals and travellers a taste of Singapore cuisine. But plans to bring a laksa franchise here hit a major roadblock.
I put the down payment for this place on the 10th of January 2020. And then 2 weeks later, 23rd of January, COVID started.
And it didn't go away. Instead of flying chefs in from Singapore to teach his staff the ropes, Abraham had to roll up his sleeves and whip up his own recipes.
At the point of time, I don't know how to cook one. Probably the best food that I can cook is omelette or instant noodle. So maybe a chef takes 2 to 3 times to cook something. I maybe need 20 to 30 times.
His struggles, which extended outside the kitchen, took a toll.
I'm here alone. And to cut costs, I downgrade. I move out to a very cheap local apartment that is unfurnished. So I go back home to an empty room just to cut costs. And that is the part there whereby I every now and then I'll start thinking, why am I doing here? I'm so much better off back in Singapore, man.
Abraham got back on his feet with the help of the close-knit Singaporean community in Cambodia. They taste tested his recipes and even helped train his staff. He's now setting up central kitchens to offer food delivery to more locations. An estimated 1,400 Singaporeans live in Cambodia, all trying to stay afloat during the pandemic. Andrew Tay runs a hotel in Phnom Penh. And despite a drop in bookings, he didn't let go of any of his staff.
With that, we see that the staff are willing to stay sometimes longer when we got other events and to help out, and they will stay back to help their fellow colleagues. So that strong bond has been is showing,
At the same time, Andrew's bonds with his countrymen in Cambodia were also a source of support. He relied on the Singapore Club and the Singapore Embassy here when COVID-19 struck.
The club play a very important role to actually connect the Singapore community. It doesn't matter whether they are member or non-member. Information become very important. With the help of the Singapore Embassy, which has set up a very good warden system, and so we've been putting in charge of our area of charge in that city, in that town, or what you call community. Anything need to disseminate the information, we disseminate quickly. Those Singaporeans living in the area, or if they have any question, they ask us. We try to post the question back to the embassy. So anything we don't know, we ask the embassy, and that really has formed that closeness.
As the country recovers from COVID-19, Singaporeans in Cambodia too are emerging stronger than before this wave of the pandemic. Leong Wai-kit, CNA, Phnom Penh.